PJs, but I wanted to share with you this exceptional sunrise at Bedourie. It's Sunday and I'm taking off today, first time on my own, and what a way to send me an omen that it's going to be a good day. Women solo travelling, you know, despite whatever situations have happened to them in their life, they're taking hold of their life and doing it anyway. Come with me on my journey. Just a comparison, about half an hour later, the sky is still magnificent. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, this place. So the big pack up starts. I am on my official first day driving out on my own, not meeting up with friends for another, what's the day, the 8th, 9th, probably, I think I've only got to do about 2.5 weeks on my own, 2.5, 3 weeks completely on my own. Then I'll meet up with Mandy and Rolly, hopefully. We're doing Cape York with them, which is really exciting. But for the rest of the time, I'm on my own and making my own way around outback Queensland and North Queensland and across to the coast, which I'm very, very excited for. And this is the big pack up now. Just want to share with you, this is the state of my back of my ute at the moment. All the mud and crap everywhere on everything, even my step ladder to get up into the back of the tray, and my mat that I had down still got a bit of Birdsville dirt on it, still got a bit of Inaminka mud on there, still got tons of Birdsville dust on everything, and just looking forward to the big cleanup when I get into Mount Isa. This kitchen is tremendous. Look at the dust. Oh my God. You just have to not be precious. You have to be really comfortable when you come out this way with dust. It is just what it is, dust or mud. But I mean, if you're going to get these skies and this outlook and this beautiful fresh crisp mornings, like it's about 7 degrees this morning, but swear to God, it's fine. It's about 7:30 in the morning. And when you look at this, just, it doesn't compare to anything else or any other difficulties you think you have in your life. Like, this is it. And it doesn't have to be that you need to have tons of money to be able to do this either, because believe me, I don't. But what I do have is the ability to make money when I'm on the road. And thanks to internet coverage, when I get into towns, or if I don't have that, I've got Starlink. So, very sad. It's the big goodbye of the last people. Here's the wonderful Rolly, still. We're
Masterclasses with Rolly now.
Go.
So when you want to unhook, when you pull up, first thing, brake on.
Handbrake on.
Okay. Then jockey wheel down.
Yep.
Sometimes you might need to give that a bit of a shake just because there's a bit of dirt and that in it.
That makes sense.
I like to make sure the wheel's underneath the drawbar.
Yeah.
That way.
Love that.
Wheel chocks.
Yep.
On your
I've
wheels.
got the blocks of wood, thank you.
Yep. I normally just do one wheel front and back.
Yeah, that's right. On the same side.
Yep. So then lift your dust cap off.
Yeah.
Press the red button.
Yep.
Push the tongue back till it holds.
Yep.
Okay. So that means that pin's disengaged.
Mm-hmm.
I like to leave my chains all hooked up before I wind it off. So then disconnect your power cables.
Yep.
Unhook your breakaway, and then just wind it up until your
Until it lifts off.
Drawbar's clear of your pin.
Yep.
And then if sometimes it might get a little stuck, you might just push down on the back of the car and that'll release it.
Yeah.
And then once it's clear,
it'll just sort of pop off.
Hasn't moved anywhere. Undo your chains.
Yeah.
And then drive away. So if you have a look through the back here, see there's them 2 pins.
Yeah.
So.
And then that's how you lock it in there. Yeah, got it. Okay, yeah, great. Okay.
And then you just wind it.
Yep.
For your height. And then I always, when you unhook, or when you fold the jockey wheel up, I always wind that all the way in. Like some people just get it so it's clear and then they put it up, but you get to the next camp and the levels are different.
Oh, and you could be really buggered.
Yeah. So. And then just make sure your pins are in.
Yeah, those pins, that's good.
So yeah. And then reverse as it goes.
Yep. Yep.
Button in.
Perfect. And then handbrake.
Handbrake off to drive away.
Okay, so let's do that now. And that's it. Oh man, you make it look so simple.
Pretty much, yeah. Unhitch first.
Oh, you would unhitch first.
Then stabilise the legs.
Yeah.
And then same thing when you go to hook back up, stabilise the legs up. Yeah. And then do your hitch up.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Signing out. Rolling from Rolling to. Let the adventures begin. I'm headed to Mount Isa via Boulia, via Dajarra, I think it's called, and all roads are open. Skies are beautiful and kind of clear, no rain clouds in sight, plenty of water around still, and very excited for this adventure. I've just left my friends and doing what I set out to do all along, which is travel and tour around a bit on my own and do it as a solo female and document my experience, share it with you guys, make content. You know, what I do, plenty of people have done before me and are doing right now. Just maybe I'm one of the people that's actually got the confidence to document it and talk about it and share what happens. But you know, I made this decision at the beginning of the year to do this trip, and it's really morphed into quite a big trip, like a big lap around Queensland. I'm very excited to share it and let people know that it's so possible, and you can do whatever you want to do in any aspect of your life. For me right now, it's traveling. You know, a year ago it was doing a body sculpting comp, standing up in a bikini on a stage. 2 years before that, it was joining a band and singing on stage again. You know, and no doubt this time next year will be another adventure for me. Just depends what kind of life you want to lead. Hello from Boulia, beautiful Boulia. I'm sitting in a fuel line. We have just left the Big Red Bash and, I'm just gonna say, hey, we're all good?
Howdy. This line here is for petrol and diesel.
Yeah, I'm diesel.
Yeah, but
I just got about 15 cars in front because they let me into another lane, which is for high flow diesel. Woohoo, winning. Yeah, the reality is after the Big Red Bash, you have thousands and thousands of cars, very few towns and very few diesel bowsers. And my life is about fuel this holiday. I've just stopped off in Dajarra at the roadhouse and just filled up because I'm on my way to Mount Isa. I'm going to keep pushing through, but I just wanted to give it a little plug here. Look how nice it is. This is like the beer garden behind the roadhouse, so you just walk through. The nicest thing what they do though is they let you make free tea and coffee here. Just a comment on the road, it is single lane all the way, bitumen, but it's as rough as guts either side of the road, so you have to be so careful with the way that you pull over. You have to pick your spot. Sometimes you've got to come to a complete standstill because there's just no room for you to travel along there. And other times you can just slow down about 80 and just go along and let the other car will do the same thing. Or if it's a big road train, you just stop completely. Pull right over to the side and just, I was given the tip of holding your windscreen with your hand just in case if it gets a flick and it doesn't shatter and cave in on you. I don't know if that's a bit dramatic, but I do all the things that I'm told and given tips because why not? It doesn't hurt. So this is the township of Dajarra. It is one that you literally will just keep moving on from, I think. Oh, it's a little bit later in the day and I had to pull over and actually just show you how spectacular the scenery is. We're coming into Mount Isa, probably about 25 kilometres I think out, and the scenery is so beautiful. I've just jumped up on the back of the ute to try and get a little bit of a better view. Man, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. You've got to see this countryside. The road is, as you can see, mental. It's 300 solid kilometres of single lane from Boulia all the way through to Mount Isa. And they just come screaming past you, honestly, and you've just got to pull over to the side. Whoever the biggest is wins. That's so nice. That lady just pulled over. How did she even know I was a lady? Probably didn't, just to see if I was okay. I don't have my hazards on, but I was just taking a video. But it fills your heart, doesn't it? Because I had an interesting experience. I pulled up at Dajarra and a woman there recognised that I was kind of on my own. And you've got to realise people sort of notice stuff like that. And she told me, you know, how brave I was, and I blah-de-blah'd on about how I'd left my group and I was on my own now, talking at the top of my lungs, and I didn't realise it's not the world's best security, is it? So you've got to be really mindful of that. I think in the future I'll just say, yeah, that's great, you know, when I'm out in these really remote areas and I know that I've got other hundreds of kilometres to do by myself, say, oh yeah, I'm part of a convoy, I'm catching up with them in 5 minutes, or they're just behind me, or they're coming in a minute. Because you just got to exercise caution, you know. It's a shame you gotta, but I think men should too. It's just caution is smart, isn't it? I'm here. I'm in Mount Isa, and look what I just did. I reversed into my little campsite. I would like to take full credit for it, but all I did was sit behind the steering wheel and let a man completely direct me in, and he was very nice. And he was wearing a big red bash top too. So he thinks I need to learn a little bit more, but for now I am happy to be in. It's about 5:30. The view is beautiful. Look at this behind me. Oh, this is in front of me actually, but behind here. So nice little caravan park. I'm very glad I pre-booked because I got in later than I thought, and it says now no vacancy. So I would have been really in a pickle. So far I've had a nice man help me with reversing, and a lovely couple help me with unhitching. I'm unhitched from the car. I've put down the stabiliser legs. I've done the jockey wheel. Now I've just plugged in the electricity. I think I've done it all. That is one really good thing about camping in caravan parks. People help. It's really, really nice. So I highly recommend that, particularly on your first time out with your caravan. People just seem to come out of their caravan and help you. It's a really beautiful caravanning spirit. So, wow. I am officially out of the outback dust. I am in Mount Isa and I'm just making some lunch. I've gotten into town and I'm going to be here for a little while. I've got a lot of work I want to get done because this is like a working, playing holiday. And my whole setup is such a cool setup. I love it. So it's the XT10E. I've got my awning out, which goes out in seconds. I've got my chair there. Got my cooker, got the fridge, and then obviously my ute. And, you know, I've got my little pull-out here, which has got some of my food in. And then I've got other food inside. I've got food in my very, very generous-sized fridge. It's just a really terrific setup. It really is. It's just such a small little van. Very, very good for a woman like me. And it'd be great for a guy, it'd be great for a couple. Or, you know, a mum and some kids. You know, it just depends how you like to camp. But if you really want something snug and close on the road to you, this is the bomb.